everyone, this is Starcraft12, and today we are continuing our adventures on Star Trek Online with our promising Captain Vention and the USS Reed. In the last episode, when we were with Vention here, we ended up helping a future version of Chekhov stop a Nakul assassination attempt, I guess? They were attempting to disrupt the conference at Babel, which... if you have seen the Star Trek, the original series episode that features the conference at Babel, you know that there is a Tellarite ambassador that ends up dying and Captain Kirk is found unconscious, and this kind of filled in some gaps that that storyline had left up to a, assumption. So, yeah, we managed to stop the Nakul. We blew up the Orion ship that the Nakul were using as their sort of getaway vessel. And we restored the timeline. But now, we have another mission to get started. So, without further ado, let's hop right into that.
Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does.
I'm sorry, Garrett, but I think your voice actor switched, like, mid campaign here. Because that sounds like something that sounded like how I would read it, which isn't good. Like, I'm not a professional voice actor by any means. I try to pretend to be, but I'm not.
Stay safe out there.
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians at this point in time. I've been scanning the timeline and I think I've found the problem. 2 years ago, a Tholian colonial fleet was destroyed. The Tholians blamed the Federation, and increasing hostilities have ultimately led us here. This is something I'll need your help to correct.
Wait, so are we going back in time? I forget.
I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years.
Yep, we're going back in time.
We need to correct the timeline during the Defiant's encounter with the Tholians. We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem here.
We've got to convince them otherwise, Daniels.
We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Agreed. Put them on screen.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
Sure thing, Captain. Let's save the Tholians, while we still can.
This was a Tholian colony fleet.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
Alert 1 for breach imminent. Attempt.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
The aliens have disabled the Tholian flagship. She's in trouble.
Excuse me, let go.
Sir, if the Nakul kill the Queen, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
Not on my watch.
Ship integrity compromised.
Enemy boarding parties are beaming to the Tholian flagship.
Destroy the alien. Defend the Queen.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
Vengeance. vengeance for the children.
This makes me sick. The Nakul are gonna pay for this. Is that good? Yeah, okay, that was it.
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter.
Right now, I need you on Overwatch. More of those alien ships could show up.
All right, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
Deal. Stay safe, Captain.
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck.
All right, red shirts. Let's get over there and see what we can do about stopping the Nakul.
I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Keep an eye on things, Daniels. Let me know if anything changes. Sensors show that the interior of the Tholian ship is too hot for us. We'll need to put on EV suits before going in there. Understood. All right.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs.
Considering these are like crystal spider people, the fact that there are only a couple is concerning. Let's see. Will that do it? There we go. Oh!
I'm detecting numerous Nakul life signs. More are on the way. Nakul reinforcements are on their way to your position. Stay alert.
Oh, hi. Wow, that's bright. This Tholian went down fighting. Multiple combat injuries have been detected, all from plasma weaponry favored by the Nakul strike teams. The kill shot was fired to his thorax at point-blank range. So, like, execution. Great. These guys can't get any dirtier.
Power levels on the flagship just spiked. Something's wrong. I doubt the Tholians are to blame.
Well, not good. You guys are so annoying. Stop pushing me around.
I'm reading more incoming Nakul transporter signatures.
Oh, no, you don't. Wait, what did you say? Oh, there we go. Lieutenant, the Naku have triggered the ship's self-destruct sequence. We've got to shut that down, and fast. In all the 1960s enthusiasm that I can muster. I always thought that the Tholian consoles are a little funny. I like the sound that they make.
Energy readings on the flagship are returning to normal. Whatever you did worked.
Excellent. Kind of what I was hoping for. Stop messing with their ship! Damn temporal jackasses.
The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you. We've stopped the ship from detonating, but the Nakul. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity.
Our work's not finished yet. Leave the Queen alone! Back off!
Humanoid command unit. Why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain.
We are not of the Nakul. We're from the United Federation of Planets.
Federation, Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave.
We're not the same as the Nakul, Your Majesty. We are not your enemy.
Those you call Nakul killed our people, our children. All are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task.
What can we do to help? We fought the Nakul. We came to save you.
You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered. The colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Uh-oh. Understood.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
Send that message quickly, Your Majesty. We'd better get back to the Reed before the Nakul dreadnought comes into range. Then let's get back over there. We're not done yet.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
We'll protect her while she works, Daniels. That message must go out.
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change.
Look, Captain, my orders are need to know, and
I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that.
sounds like a plan, Captain. Venture out.
Here they come.
I don't think you're gonna go anywhere, buddy.
We just lost our engines. It'll take a while for my chief engineer to work a few miracles.
Uh-oh.
That dreadnought is coming in fast. My engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time.
Working on it.
More ships inbound to our location.
Now what?
The
Oh.
alien dreadnought is concentrating fire on the Tholian flagship.
Are you done yet? I forgot, I can't target the dreadnought. Things are getting just a little hairy around here.
Federation, you have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Naku will pay. The Federation will not.
Oh, good.
Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the not cool dreadnought!
Evasive maneuvers. Vengeance and Defiant. Get out of there. This is one of the coolest cutscenes of the TOS
Our engines are
timeline.
still down. We can't escape.
Yikes. Scanning. I can't tell if there are life signs over there or not. Defiant appears to be phasing in and out of local space-time. The interaction with the Nakul chronal energy with the proto-nebula has made this area of space very unstable and prone to rifts into other dimensions. We might be able to get a lock on their crew with the computer's assistance and perform an emergency beam-out, but we'll need to act fast.
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make.
There has to be something we can do here, Daniels.
I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
See to it that you do. Let history never forget the name Defiant. All decks have reported in, Captain. We're ready to return to our own time on your order. there are actually a couple of things. After we get the debrief, I'll talk about it, because I know that we have a debrief to do first.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
I suppose it does. Alright, so what I was going to say is, if you want to continue the story of the USS Defiant, it is actually featured predominantly in a couple of episodes across different series. Namely, I believe... I can't remember what the name of the episode is, but it's in a Star Trek, the original series episode, which Daniels just talked about, where the Enterprise and Captain Kirk find the Defiant phasing in and out of space-time. And then after it phases out completely into another dimension, there is a couple of episodes in the Mirror Universe for Star Trek Enterprise that talks about what happens to the Defiant after it is fully brought over to the Mirror Universe side. And from that, also, the last part of Star Trek Discovery in Season 1 also features, like, how... Basically, it talks about, like, how the Terran Empire got its military might from the Defiant. You actually see a small little screenshot in the background of what they've done to the Defiant in the 150 years or so since it crossed over to Captain Archer's timeline into the past. But that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me. This is Arc Alpha 12, and I shall see you in the next video.